Half a day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Weekend Edition. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. So glad you could join us. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has removed a species endemic to Guam from their endangered species list. The little Mariana fruit bat is officially declared extinct, but it's important to note this species is not the same as what we know as the threatened fanihis. Still, experts from the Department of Agriculture explains what this delisting means for the flying foxes. After nearly 40 years on the endangered species list, the little Mariana fruit bat, along with 21 other species, is declared extinct by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. It's a wake-up call for Department of Agriculture, Division of Aquatic and Wildlife Resources biologist Anthony Tornado.
I think it is a call to action, not only for us as the government, but also to the citizens of Guam and all of the Marianas that, these species that are genetically unique to this region, once we lose those genetic lines, which are very unique, because this is also an endemic species, meaning it's only found here. Once we lose those genetic lines, they're gone forever.
DAR program manager Jeffrey Kitigwa says the introduction of brown tree snakes and hunting led to the population's decline.
Predation by the brown tree snake was one in particular. And then, when firearms was introduced into our community in the early 1900s, there was the human consumption component. So, there was poaching, or not poaching, but there was just hunting of the resources. And, back then there was not import goods. Our ancestors did not have the luxury of driving to Agana and ordering a Happy Meal. They had to go and feed off from the land and the ocean.
The last known sighting was 55 years ago at Taragi Beach, a hunter shooting what may have been the last little Mariana fruit bat.
That was the last photo documentation taken from it, was from that. But they didn't realize that, it was and back then there was no, Endangered Species Act. It didn't exist then here on Guam. So there was no really true mechanism to protect them during that time.
It's why these experts are emphasizing the importance of conservation to protect other endemic species nearing extinction, like the threatened fanihis or the Mariana fruit bat.
What's been more of a concern from us is now with what we're seeing in the island with development. That development creates habitat loss. So one of the things that we're highly concerned is that we're now displacing a lot of fruit bats out there, and they're moving into areas where they can be very vulnerable to poaching or to being getting gunned down.
These bigger flying foxes are not to be confused with the little Mariana fruit bat, but the recent delisting is a wake-up call that such a loss could happen to the fanihis.
As someone who also is a community member, we can't just rely on the natural resources agencies and whatever agency, right, to manage species. Us as a community have to support not just the management implementation or management aspects for the species, but also to kind of help these species for their benefit, for our benefit, for the future, to make sure we can ensure that these species can live into the future. And that's like Ms. Kitigwa said, just planting native trees and being aware that they exist. And I think that's a really important issue.
An important call to action so the fanihis can thrive. The Marshall Islands this week joined the FSM and the Republic of Palau in renewing their political relationships with the U.S. Now that all three Compact of Free Association deals are done, the agreements will go before Congress for final ratification. Earlier this year, a 9-member congressional delegation made an unprecedented trip to all three compact nations that underscored the importance of the region to the U.S. interests. It's a point made by Ranking Member Congresswoman Teresa Ledger Fernandez during a House Natural Resources Committee briefing on the negotiations.
It was really key because we had the objective to meet with our friends and allies on the islands where they live, the islands that they cherish and protect. We saw amazing conservation efforts as well as the security challenges posted by China and other nations who encroach on their territorial waters. I know that my colleagues and I, on both sides of the aisle, came away with a deeper appreciation of the relationship that has developed between us and the people of the freely associated states.
In his testimony, Special Presidential Envoy to the Compact Negotiations Ambassador Joseph Yoon said these agreements provide the enduring ties between our people and the vital national security interests at play in the Pacific.
Under the compacts, the United States has full authority and responsibility for defense and security matters in and relating to the freely associated states. This investment is key to maintaining the stability and prosperity of our closest Pacific Island neighbors and partners. To that end, I'm proud of the work of our team to conclude negotiations and finalize agreements that would extend the compact-related U.S. economic assistance for the FAS for another 20 years.
It will now be up to Congress to ratify the deal signed by the Biden administration with the FSM, Palau, and the Marshals. While two men are facing federal drug charges accused in dealing meth in Guam, Christian Cundiff and Jesse Pareto are indicted on multiple counts of conspiracy to distribute and distribution of methamphetamine hydrochloride. The indictment was handed down on September 27th and unsealed just this week. The case alleges the illegal drug activity occurred between July 2018 and May 24, 2019. The amount of meth authorities seized in the investigation remains unknown. Pareto has since denied the allegations. He is set to go to trial on December 5th in the District Court of Guam. The feds picked up Cundiff in Arizona on October 6th. He will answer to the charges on November 7th. A man who was arrested last month in the CNMI and brought to Guam admits he failed to register as a sex offender. Defendant Rodney Fisher pleaded guilty to failure to register as a sex offender before District Court of Guam Magistrate Judge Michael Bordalio this week. An indictment was handed down against him in July. The case was unsealed on September 18th when the feds picked him up in Roda. Court documents state Fisher admits from July 6, 2010 to July 26th of this year, he traveled in interstate and foreign commerce and failed to register as required by the Sex Offender Registration and Notification Act. No reports detailing his criminal history were made public in federal court. Fisher is scheduled to be sentenced on January 18, 2024. Well, just over 15% of criminal defendants on pretrial release for 2023 arrests failed to show up for their cases in the Superior Court of Guam. Judiciary published a snapshot of its 2023 performance of its pretrial services. The statistics come from newly filed cases starting in January, the beginning of this year, through September 22nd. The report shows of the 574 active cases, 60% are on supervised release. The percentage of the pretrial release population who were not arrested for a new jailable offense during pretrial release is at 92%. The courts say gathering this information will help them in assessing the effectiveness of their pretrial justice system while striking a balance between public safety and the rights of defendants. The Guam Department of Labor wants to remind claimants that they must complete the submission of documentation to support their disaster unemployment assistance claims and meet the 21-day deadline. Officials say submitting the documents will help ensure the timely and efficient processing of DUA claims and reduce the number of disqualifications. Guam DOL also sharing this video to help those using HireGuam.com.
Here's how you can upload required documents on HireGuam.com for your DUA claim. First, log into HireGuam.com and head to your dashboard. On the top left, click the drop-down menu, then go to Services for Individuals, then Unemployment Services. In the next page, click on Provide Additional Documentation. You'll see a drop-down menu where you can choose the type of required document you are uploading. For example, a government-issued photo ID like your driver's license, or your employer's verification of unemployment letter, which you can upload as layoff notice/letter. Check stubs can be uploaded as paycheck stubs. If you are unsure, you can upload your document as other. Don't forget to attach your document. While multiple documents can be uploaded at once, it is recommended to upload one document per submission. Make sure to click Save. After saving the submission, you may upload other documents by clicking here. If you are having trouble with your account or for urgent matters, call our DUA hotline at 671-479-5610 or 5612, or email us at dua.hotline@dol.guam.gov.
More than 4,500 individuals filed for DUA during a 30-day filing period, which was from September 5th to October 4th. In a world where character is revealed when no one is watching, a young man shines as a beacon of kindness, reminding us that our actions define who we are. KUAM's Destiny Cruz has more on a young man recognized for his kindness.
It's proof that good deeds never really go unnoticed. Members of the Guam legislature recognizing 17-year-old Ethan James Castro, an employee at McDonald's, for his selflessness on the job. Castro stepping in to cover the costs of an order for a mother and her children.
So a mother came in with her kids. Yep. She came in with their kids and she was ordering for all of them, but she didn't have enough to get what she wanted. So I chipped in and I put in, a couple of dollars to help out.
It was a simple gesture of generosity that Castro says touched the mother's heart, and one he never thought would prove the saying, small acts of kindness go a long way, to be true.
She was very happy that I helped her, and she thanked me, and I didn't think it would get this far.
Senators Jesse Lujan, Roy Kanata, and Joe San Augustine expressing their gratitude to Castro and his family for the good they put out into the world.
You're a great example for everybody, not just folks your age, but even for us as adults, So you're an inspiration to each and every one of us. So thank you for what you do.
A great example Senator Lujan hopes will continue to inspire others to pay it forward.
Well, are we ready for some football? Taking to the turf are the Miami Dolphins and Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams head into the game with 5-1 records. In a battle between the top teams in each conference, the Philadelphia Eagles welcomed the Miami Dolphins to Lincoln Financial Field. The defending NFC champion Eagles are fresh off their first loss of the season in a surprise 20-14 defeat to the New York Jets. It was the first time in franchise history the Eagles have lost to the Jets. The Dolphins cruised to a 42-21 victory against the Carolina Panthers at Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday. The Dolphins are averaging 499 yards per game, ranking second highest in NFL history through 6 games. Miami's offense leads the NFL with a balanced attack. The Dolphins are first in rushing and first in passing. The Philadelphia defense ranks second in the NFL against the run, allowing 65.8 yards per game. The health of the Eagles' defense is crucial for this one as the secondary battles mounting injuries. It's sure to be one heck of a game. The action begins 9 a.m. on NBC TV8. We'll keep it here, more Weekend Edition when we return.
Hi folks, Robert Quigley here, America's Independent, Washington, D.C. We're on the road to the White House. Tyrannies of the extreme must end. Americans firmly believe that the needs of the many must outweigh the needs of the few. What folks do in their bedrooms and the lifestyles they choose are protected legal rights. However, the other 99.9999% of Americans have a legal right to be free from those choices. Adolescence is tough, but it is a crime to interfere with the normal and usual course of nature, childhood development. Schools must operate within the parents' reasonable expectations. Most left-leaning folks are moderates. They want the government to have the backs of all Americans. Go to robertquigleyforpresident.com, find the donor box button. Team America needs your dollars. Together, we will make it work for all of us.
This message is approved and paid for by the Robert Quigley for President campaign. Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Peacock is streaming your NBC local station now.
A tip sending police.
Get your local news and weather.
Wow, definitely one of a kind.
At home or on the go.
Mitigation process.
Plus, your favorite NBC shows. From morning till night, live.
Welcome to Today. So good to have you with us.
You make a great team, huh?
And so much more.
Welcome aboard.
That was awesome.
All in one place. Streaming now on Peacock.
Now to what's trending this week. The Guam Visitors Bureau bringing a popular social media influencer from the Philippines to the island. Many were getting the chance to take a photo and even do his popular dance, including the KUAM news team. Here's more on Eric Eruptions. Hi.
He's the Ting Ting King.
It's a lot: athlete, host, actor, influencer. You want to throw that in there?
All around.
Yeah, all around. From the Philippines. Just basically a personality over there.
Eric Eruption King is a familiar face for just about anyone following the trends on social media.
I'm just here for a fam tour on behalf of GVB, and I'm just very, very thankful that they invited me over here to experience basically all the great things that you guys have to offer.
Eric has 6.6 million followers on TikTok and nearly 500,000 on IG. He spent the week on Guam with his wife, taking in the beauty of the island and even working on the island girl dance with Guam's own Jed.
You know, the kindness that the people have been showing, it's like they're, opening up with warm arms and everything like that. I'm just very thankful for the hospitality.
His advice to others: always stay ready for what's next in life.
Be yourself at the same time as well. And you don't have to, you have to break the stigma of what people think that what you're supposed to do as an influencer and everything like that. No, you just got to be yourself, have the right mindset, always be, giving at the same time, willing to give back. Because at the same time, when you're hanging around with other influencers or other people in general, you're bound to learn something from them. So, and along the way, the journey is like, there's always going to be, these dips. There's always going to be these pit holes. There's always going to be these mountains that you got to climb. Yeah. But at the same time, you just got to make sure that you have the right mindset to be able to push over those obstacles or anything that comes in your way.
Eric plans to make another visit to Guam, but the KUAM news team couldn't stop at just doing an interview with him.
Giây phút em gặp anh là em biết em si tình 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 tang tang tình tang tình 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 tang tang tang. Giây phút em gặp anh là em biết em si tình 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 tang tang tình tang tình mình tình tang 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 tình. Anh tính sao rồi để anh tính sao?
That's a wrap. Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace. and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
Another weekend, another huge slate of football games on KUAM TV 8, KUAM TV 11, and streaming on Peacock. First of all, 2 a.m. Sunday, Air Force and Navy. You know who's going to be cheering at Navy? Guam native Jewel Maiga. She is one of the midshipmen. So shout out to Jewel. Good luck to the cadets out there, but from both sides. And you know what? Thank you to everyone who's attending the Air Force and Naval Academies for your service. We appreciate you guys. 2 a.m. kickoff there, KUAM TV 11. At 5 a.m. over on Peacock and KUAM TV 8, the Golden Gophers head into Iowa City. They are going to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Big Ten matchup. Remember, conference play, every game matters. Make sure to check that out. At 5:30, if you are a fan of the SEC, and who's not these days, big game as the Tennessee Vols head into Tuscaloosa. They are playing Nick Saban's always tough Crimson Tide. All right, 9 a.m., the Battle of the Great Lakes State. Michigan at Michigan State. So the Wolverines, ranked number 2 in the country, they are heading into East Lansing. They are going to play a very, very tough Spartan squad. If you cannot get enough amazing AFC football, man, we have a doubleheader on KUAM TV 11 for you at 3 a.m. The Buffalo Bills are traveling to New England, so you've got upstate New York versus 7 other states in the Northeast United States. Bills at Pats kickoff at 3 a.m. Then you want to check out LA versus KC. 6:25 a.m. kickoff for this one. Chargers heading into Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce's territory. I wonder if somebody else is going to be there. Just saying. Chargers Chiefs, 6:25 a.m. also on TV 11. Then at 9 a.m. Monday, Sunday Night Football, 9 a.m. Monday here. The Miami Dolphins and their track team of an offense, they are going to face the Philadelphia Eagles, who, by the way, they just picked up Julio Jones as a wide receiver, 1-year contract. That is the game of the week. Make sure to watch live with us, 9 a.m. Now to local sports, let's go out on the water to take a sneak peek at this weekend's huge paddling event, the Micronesia Cup.
The Micro Cup, I believe, started in the 90s, and it's between Guam, Palau, and Saipan. And so every 3 years we do rotation. So last year we just came back from Palau, competed there because they were the host. This year, after COVID, we were so happy to do it. And although Typhoon Mawar gave us a lot of hiccups for everybody on the island, we still managed to pull through. It has grown. I don't know how many Micro Cups we've hosted, but it's a great event, great sport to get everybody together. And not only Palau and Saipan participates, but we've also in the past had Hong Kong come, Philippines, I believe, and other countries come and participate. We have the mixed crew, and that's what we love to also, yeah. So it's not just a one gender or whatever. We had them all in one boat. So we all train together.
Don't mess with Chamaritas out on the water, because they get it done.
Oh, definitely. Well, it's hard to say what Guam style, because we have a lot of coaches and every coach has different styles. And just like in any sport, coaches and athletes, they learn from other places. So of course, we also look up to Hawaii, Tahiti, Australia. We go online and we try to figure out what gels with us. Another thing is we have different types of canoes. We have different conditions of the current, our tides are, with core and stuff. So for us, at least for the nationals, we're focusing more on our upper body technique and kind of like gelling together and making sure that we're using our whole body and our strength and our power completely, as much as we can to get the boat, gliding. When they see, they're going to see the competition. They're going to see the sprints. They're going to see the intensity, because it's not, you see other sports like basketball, volleyball, you're running, you have control of that. But one thing about paddling is you have 6 that has to be synchronized, and you have all of them, just their adrenaline together, and you see the speed of the boat, the turns, and just everything. So seeing us practice leisurely, it's nice. It's very relaxing. And what I love about it is it doesn't matter the age, we even have master teams. And we just go out on the outside the reef, and it's beautiful going out there. And you can't do that with any other sport, right? You're going to see pop-up tents everywhere, tents. You're going to see a lot of spectators. You're going to see a lot of paddles, teams, and out in the water, you're just going to see a lot of canoes out there sprinting, making that turn nonstop, and that excitement of who is going to be at that finish line. The 23rd Guahan Micro Cup would love to thank all of our paddling communities, and most especially our sponsors: Guam Army National Guard, Bank of Guam, AK, Guam Radiology Consultants, Adesh Trust, ASC Trust, 76, Payless Supermarkets, Docomo Pacific, Coast 360, HSP, White Claw, and special thanks to the Micronesia Mall, Infusion, McDonald's, Speaker Therese Terlahi, Tata Galaiti, the Tax Shelter Inc., Noka Oi, and the Fishermen's Co-op, Manny Dueñas. Thank you so much. We'll see you this weekend.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
While you've been waiting to see if EVs are a thing, my dad went electric.
Up to 360 miles on a single charge.
And if my dad's on board, yours could be next.
You know I'm doing this for the next generation.
Dad, we are not having the grandkids conversation again.
No, I'm just saying EVs are good for any generation. Or all generations. Generationally good.
Introducing the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 6 with up to 360-mile range. When it comes to EVs, we're thinking of every mile.
Just in time for Halloween, and as a tribute to Guam's rich traditions and respect for our ancestors and legends, the Hilton Resort Spa has designed a spooky special, Supernatural Legends of Guam, and a homage to the island's mystical dimension display. And you can check out the Nunu Tree, the White Lady, Tautamona, duendes hiding around every corner. Here's a look. Now for your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutout submitted this weekend on KUAM.com.
All right, guys, this might be the best birthday shout out I think I've ever done in like the 9 years I've been doing this, right? 2 members of our family here at KUM. You know them, they're awesome Guamanians. And Saturday, Jake Sablan, the man himself. We hope your day is filled with lots of love and laughter. May all your birthday wishes come true. Happy 39th birthday to Jake. Love, Zane, Zariah, and Val, and of course all of us in the KUM production department. And Sunday, the one and only Christy San Augustine, the wonderful, wonderful woman, she's class of 92 by the way, for whom Think Pink Day is named. Christy, we hope you have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday and a great birthday. So Jake and Christy, you guys are amazing parts of our team, but more importantly, amazing parts of our KUM family. We love the both of you, and we both hope you both have wonderful birthdays.
Happy birthday to Jake and Christy and all of you out there celebrating today. That's it for us here on Weekend Edition. For more news, go to KUAM.com or visit us at KUAM News on Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, and YouTube. You can also watch us on Peacock. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. Have a safe weekend, everyone.